Welcome back to Sledgehammer Horror, guys. I am Ken Sledge, and let's talk horror. Now, today I'm joined by the amazing Avery Gibson. Avery, how you doing today, man?
Good.
Dude, it
Amazing.
is so wonderful to have you here. But before we talk about why you're here, Avery, I would like for the people that don't know you to get to know you a little bit. At just 11 years old, you are a two-time award-winning actor that fell in love with the film industry at the age of 6. So up until recently, it was a one-time award winner. As if that wasn't good enough, you were like, you know what? I think I need another one to put up on the shelf. So you are now a two-time award winner. What does that feel like for you at the ripe old age of 11 to already have two acting awards under your belt?
Pretty good.
So we know this recent one. Can you talk a little bit about it? What you just won?
The the why can't I think of the name? Jack Lantern. The Jack Lantern
Yes.
one.
Yes.
Okay.
And that
It
was for Best Actor, right?
yes. Best child actor.
Best Child Actor. Well, still, man, like, and winning awards in horror is very hard because horror is a very, especially when you're doing the short films and stuff like that, it is a very big genre with a lot of films being submitted to these festivals. And you're winning Best Child Actor. How did it feel when they called your name for that award?
Pretty good.
One of
Like
those things,
I was surprised. I was hoping I would get one, but I was just surprised and so many emotions. It just felt great.
it's incredible, man. And I'm glad that you feel that way. I'm glad that it's overwhelming for you because it shows how much it truly means to you. And I know that you take passions in becoming and believing that you're different characters. What got you really started into acting?
Well, my sister's friend got into a gig, and then my sister got into it, and then my mom was like, "Why not?"
So, Avery, you also like to play video games, I see. What are some of the favorite video games that you have?
Well, the my favorite, well, my two favorite are either Zelda Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. I also
Nice.
Minecraft and yeah, all the other games. Oh, and those are just on my Switch. I have like other games on my Xbox as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah, you're talking to a Zelda guy right here, man. I've got a tattoo of a Super Nintendo controller right on my leg. I've been a
Cool.
Zelda fan since I was a kid. I'm a huge, huge Zelda fan. So if someone's playing Zelda, I'm either going to try to play or I'm going to watch them because I absolutely adore Zelda as a franchise and everything they've done with that. Um,
What's your favorite edition?
my favorite one would probably be A Link to the Past from the Super Nintendo. I really do like Ocarina of Time. I thought that one was great. Uh, Even old school, I'm a sucker for the first Legend of Zelda. I did like the Wind Waker. I thought the Wind. I mean, like, I don't think there's a bad Zelda game, honestly. Like, there's never been a Zelda game that I've played. Breath of the Wild was a little too advanced for me. Yeah, I'm an old man now, so like trying to keep up with that, I'm like, holy crap, I'm getting my butt kicked. But I just don't think it's possible for them to make a bad Zelda game. And so to hear someone at your age still loving Zelda, to me, that's like, awesome. Something that I really wanted to dig into here for a little bit because bigger than horror movies, bigger than interviews, bigger than acting, bigger than anything like that, Avery, is being a great person. And being a great person starts at a young age, and hopefully you can continue to build on the greatness that you want to. I know that you want to write films, you want to start producing films, but something that really hit me is you want to start a hotel-like building for homeless people. And to hear something like that, like I said, I'm 39, I'm a father of three kids, I'm an uncle to about 14. And to hear you say something so sweet and so kind and so gracious is inspiring for me as a father. And I would hope that my kids would put the time and effort into something like that to help give back to the community. So, what gave you a desire and a drive to start a shelter like that for homelessness?
Well, I just wanted to. Well, I just wanted homeless people to actually have a home,
Mhm.
and yeah, just thinking of them not having a home, being cold all the time, all that just and people beating them up for well, not having any money and begging and it's just sad.
Yeah. And it really is eye-opening. Sometimes we need to go back and look at things through the eyes and the innocence of a child, and don't let growing up turn you into a callous person with a callous heart. Because to hear something like that, like I said, to me, that's bigger than any movie role, any interview, any award. You know, you can't teach somebody how to have a good heart. You can't teach somebody how to care about people they've never met. And for you to have that type of, kindness instilled in you is beautiful, man. Like, so please, the world sucks. You don't. So keep it that way forever. You know what I mean? Like you seem like a great kid with a great head on his shoulders that could really go very far, not just in the acting business, in the directing and producing and writing business, but in being a good human being. The thing that really, really matters the most in the world. So thank you for the kindness that you, like I said, reading that got me excited. I was like, that's the coolest thing ever. So, man, the best way to keep up with Avery and everything that he's doing, guys, is to follow him on social media. And I do have those links down in the description. So make sure you're following him to stay up to date on all the amazing things that he's going to have for us in the future. But in order, Avery, to do horror movies and be a part of the horror community, horror had to start for you somewhere, my friend. So I would like to go back to the past and talk about what got you started in the horror genre, your first horror movie. And Avery, the first horror movie you watched was,
It,
and this is the 2017 one, right? The one with Bill Skarsgård?
yes.
Okay. I thought so. So I dressed for the occasion, you know. So, do you remember about how old you were the first time that you had seen it?
About like 6, 7.
And it's right at that age where you're watching other kids in the movie. So you're seeing these other kids and what they're going through. And you being, a 6, 7-year-old, you can really relate to these kids because they know what you know. They've done what you do. Do you remember who you were with when you had watched it for the first time, Avery?
By myself in my room.
Woo-hoo. That's a heavy movie to watch by yourself for the first time at the age of
Oh,
7.
the way I did it is every scary part, I paused it and went to bed. Then the next day, I resume it, and then I wouldn't be scared because it wouldn't be that scary because I pause it at the scary part.
Sure. Dude, that's brilliant, man. I love that. Like, I love the fact that you watched it through like a 5-day period. Like, that's so awesome, man. And again, that's the creativity in ways that how can I watch this, enjoy it, and still not be super scared? And you came up with your own way that works for you. And I think that's awesome. Something that we've always done is if our girls are scared of a movie, we shut it off and we watch behind the scenes. We go to the special feature so they can see that they're actors, they're just playing, they're having fun. So I think that, you doing that is your own way of adjusting and dealing with it. And I think that's awesome. So It 2017 is a very effective movie with a lot of very effective scenery. But Avery, do you remember which scene it was that affected you the most?
Probably, I think they changed it because it's probably the first scene, well, first couple scenes, whenever Georgie loses the boat in the drain. What I remember from when I watched it is all these little hands climbing up, and then he bites his Georgie's arm off,
Hmm.
but he still bites the arm off. But that's not what happens anymore. I don't know what. That's just what I remember, and I felt was the scariest part and the funnest part, and yeah.
That part is absolutely terrifying. Even as, a father watching a child get hurt like that and knowing that you can't help them, then you being a child, putting yourself in that situation. When you see Georgie crawling away and then the hand comes out and grabs him and pulls him back in, what a terrifying scene, man. Like that's a scene that just sticks with you and resonates with you the whole time. So we know which scene it was that affected you the most, Avery, from it. And obviously, like I said, there's a lot, but did you have a favorite scene from this movie, or was this one that just kind of scared you more than you had fun with?
Probably, I don't, um, which one from the first part or the second?
Yeah, the first part, or the second
Uh,
part, either one, honestly, whichever part you
uh,
liked the most.
Probably the from the second part, the butcher, or he has like an axe or something, and it's like a giant thing, and then
The Paul Bunyan statue when he
yes,
starts, yes,
hmm
dude. Man, if you guys ever make it up to Michigan, I would love to take you about a couple hours away from my house. They have a big Paul Bunyan statue like that here in Michigan. And I would love to be able to take you guys up there for a visit, especially after watching the movie. You go to the Paul Bunyan statue and you're just like, oh my gosh, this thing is so much scarier now since I've seen that movie. Um, and I'm glad that you've seen both of them because that was actually going to be part of what I wanted to ask because personally, I put them as the same film. I think that they are a part of the same film, but they were released theatrically 2 years apart. So they are technically two different films. So if you had to choose one or the other, would you rather watch It Chapter 1 or It Chapter 2? Which one would be your favorite?
one.
Chapter 1. Awesome. And have you ever seen the original one, the one from 1990?
No, but my mom did say I can watch it, so as soon as I have time, I will.
And after you watch it, you have to call me and let me know which Pennywise you like better. Because I want to know if you like the original one better or if you like Bill Skarsgård's. They're both great. I don't think you can compare them because of how differently they play the part, but I would just like to know which one you prefer better out of the two.
Okay.
So we talk about, horror movies and being, remade and stuff like that. We aren't going to get a remake of it anytime soon, but we do have a new TV show coming out. Welcome to Derry. Are you going to be watching the new It TV show when it comes out?
Probably.
Yes, it'll be out on HBO Max, and I want to say it's December or October 20th. It's right before Halloween. So and Bill Skarsgård is coming back to reprise his role as Pennywise. So I would definitely like to know what you think of that as well once that comes out.
Um, I would like to watch it, but I don't have HBO Max right now. But
Maybe me and you can do some watch parties then, and we'll watch them together. We'll do something like that then, 'cause I'd love to watch them with you. So let's say that Welcome to Derry does awesome. Everybody loves it. They're going for a season two. They're looking for someone to come in. You get casted in this role. Is that a role that you would love to have in the world of it?
yes,
I figured it would be, but I just because sometimes people watch their first horror movie and then they want nothing to do with that movie again because of the way that it made them feel. But I had a feeling that you would like to be a part of that universe.
yeah.
So we talked about Georgie's death a little bit, but one question I like to know when we're talking about these movies, and if it is Georgie's, that's just fine. Was there another death throughout these two movies that affected you, or was Georgie's the one that kind of hit you the most?
Um, Probably its death. Pennywise's.
Like when he's the little pancake head and they're tearing his heart out, that one?
Yeah.
Okay, I love that one too. It's just funny how the way they did it behind the scenes, how they put Bill Skarsgård's head through a hole, had the little animatronic going. I thought it was really good, and we finally get to see him die because God, we love Pennywise, but at the same time, Pennywise sucks. Like he's just so evil and cruel. Um, so we know that horror started with you, Avery, with it 2017, 2019, and we know what that means to you. But here for a second, I do want to throw a little bit of a curveball at you. My little buddy Ghostface is here, and he has a question for you. What's your favorite scary movie, Avery? What is your favorite horror movie of all time?
It.
Oh, it is it. That's awesome. And it's one of those ones that I can't disagree with you. I think that it is absolutely amazing. I think that it will stand the test of time. Like I said, it was a made-for-TV movie in 1990. It didn't even get a theatrical release, and it resonated with people so much that they didn't want to give it up. They didn't want to stop watching it. They wanted more and more and more. So I have to agree with you. I think that it has stood the test of time. And I believe it 2017 or it 2019, one of the two, had one of the biggest horror box offices of all time for a little bit. I think it's been beaten, but I think one of them had the biggest horror box office for a very long time. So that's the impressiveness that comes with Pennywise the Dancing Clown. So, Avery, I've had an amazing time talking about your first horror movie and your favorite horror movie. But before I let you go, we always bounce back to the same question. We're going to go back to It Chapter 1, since that's where it started for you. And what we're going to do, Avery, is rank this on a skull count. Now, we're not ranking it on acting, production, score, direction, nothing like that. We're not being critics. All we're doing is ranking this movie on how much it affected you on your first viewing. So, zero skulls being not effective, five being extremely effective. You can use half and quarter skulls anywhere in the middle. Avery, what would your ranking of it be?
Hmm, Probably 4 and maybe 3/4.
So we're just missing one little part of the eyeball right here. I love it, man. Because like there's so much throughout these movies, like the leper that's trying to get Eddie. Like there's all these different scenes in this movie that are just so scary. And I'm watching this movie, 2017. I'm 20 something years old, and I'm still scared of this movie. You're watching it at 7, and you're like, nah, pause. I'll go to bed. I'll finish this tomorrow. So like it's incredible how things work out, man. So. I know that I said this at the beginning, guys, but I want to remind you, I have all of Avery's social media links in the description. So make sure you're following along with him to stay up to date on all the amazing things he's going to have for us in the future, because this is genuinely just the beginning of what he's going to do in life. And there is going to be a lot of amazing things that you guys are going to want to be on board for. So make sure you're doing that. Avery, please don't go anywhere, my friend. I have a couple more questions for you. Um, Everyone else, if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. It does help build the channel more than you know. And follow Sledgehammer Horror on social media. Those links are in the description as well. But until next time, keep talking horror, stay what you are, and we'll see you guys soon.